Welcome back to my second video where I'll demo coloring my fairies hair decorations. I'll start with the flowers and I'll be using two colors. I'm going to be using baby pink and antique pink. First we'll start by laying down a base color on all of the flowers that I want pink, and I'll use my lightest color, which is the baby pink. Next I'm going to go in with my darker pink, which is antique pink, and just add a little shading in where it would be darker. Just add a little bit on each flower. Then I'm going to go back and blend that with my lighter pink, which is the baby pink. These ProMarkers are great for blending. I find I never have to use a colorless blender. I just use the colors themselves to do the blending for me. And that's our pink. Next, I'm going to put in some purple flowers, and I'm going to use orchid and amethyst. So orchid is the lighter color, so I'm going to lay my base down on all the flowers that I want purple. Okay, and now using that same technique, I'm going to go back in and add a little dark shadows around the little centers of my flowers. Give it a little depth. And here I'm using amethyst. Very often you can get away with using just 2 or 3 colors, a light, a medium, and a dark color, to get nice shadow effects and shading. Oh, I've got one up here. And then I'm going to go back in now and do a little blending. Yeah, there we have our purple flowers. Next I'm going to use powder blue and cornflower blue for my little forget-me-nots in here. So I'm going to start with the powder blue, which is the lighter color, and I'm going to put my base down on all of the little blue flowers, my little forget-me-nots. I think we'll do a few over there. And I'm going to go back in again with my darker color, which I am using cornflower. And just do a little teeny dots of color, just to give it a little depth and shadow and shading. And then for the leaves, I'm going to color that flower yellow, I think, later on. But for the leaves, I'm going to be using 3 colors. The first color I'm going to use is meadow green. And I'm going to color my little leaf areas with the meadow green. Okay, that's all my leaves, and the next color I'm going to use is called leaf green. So I'm just going to add a little bit of shading along the tops of my little heart-shaped leaves. base of these leaves up near the flower. And then I am going to use a third color, forest green, to add a little bit more depth to the shadows. So I'm going to do the same process. A little shadow. And I'll go back with my lightest green, the meadow green, and blend those in a little bit. And to finish off, I'm going to use tulip yellow in my centers for my flowers. And I think I'm going to color that flower yellow, just so I have one different. And there we have it. Her flowers are basically done. In the next video, we'll do the rest of her hair decorations and hopefully her hair also. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.